9 members of the JSC, just to tell them why he's the best candidate to be selected by the Commission to lead the Supreme Court, to be the President of the Apex Court and also to be the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. All right, there you have it. Justice Marete Njagi has already taken his seat, ready to face the 9 members of the Judicial Service Commission, that panel that began the interviews as from Monday, as they seek to elect the new person who will be the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya. Later on, they shall be forwarding that name to the President, which the President will also forward it to Parliament for approval. Remember yesterday, it was the turn of the Court of Appeal, Judge Martha Koome, and during that interview, he talked about, how she plans to transform the judiciary here in the country. Questions about her former rulings when it came to the 2017 repeat polls case came back haunting the judge, but she also defended, her move to overturn Justice Odunga's ruling about the returning officers. And so right there now we are about to see the procession starting. So I want us to cross over live to the Supreme Court, where the 9 members of the Judicial Service Commission are currently vetting Justice Marete Njagi.
To this interview, and want to thank you for being here. The interview will be by all of us 9 commissioners. And at this point, Judge, I would like the commissioners to introduce themselves, and I will start. And my name is Professor Olive Mugenda, Commissioner representing the public. Thank you. To my right.
Good morning, my Lord Judge.
Good morning.
I am Philomena Mbetemwilo, the elected representative of the Supreme Court to the Judicial Service Commission and the Deputy Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I'm Pat Gishovi, representing Public Service.
We thank you.
Good morning, my Lord.
Good morning, sir.
I am David Majanja, Judge of the High Court and male representative elected by the Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association.
A big pleasure, my Lord.
Good morning, my Lord.
Good morning, sir. Sorry. Good morning.
I'm Oluwande Evelyn. I'm a Chief Magistrate, the female representative of KMJA. You're welcome.
A big pleasure. This should be our first meeting.
Yes, my Lord.
Welcome.
My Lord, good morning. My name is Machari Anjero. I represent the Law Society of Kenya.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Good morning, Judge. My name is Felix Koske. I represent the public.
It's a big pleasure, and thank you.
Morning, Judge. My name is Mohammed Warsame. Welcome once again.
Asante sana. Thank you, and thank you again.
Very good morning, my Lord. Kehara Kariuki. I am the Attorney General, and I'm a member of the Commission by virtue of my office.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Judge. We will break after 2 hours, Judge, but if you need a break before that, you can kindly let me know, and then we'll have that break.
Thank you.
So, Judge, I will start off the interview, and I would like you to briefly tell us about yourself, your career, maybe 2-3 minutes, your honor. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Gautier. My name is DK Njagi Marete. No additives, no subtractions, no additives. And the authority for that name is the Registration of Persons Act Chapter 107 of the laws of Kenya. Of late, I've been receiving various baptism by my employer, 5 months later by the Chief Justice Emeritus. In 2012, when I was appointed a judge of the Employment Court, the press put my name as DK Jambi Marete. Well, I'll go by what you say because I lived in the 60s as a boy, in the 70s, and I know the danger of protesting a nickname or anonym. Thank you. DK Njagi Marete was born 61 years ago. He attended various schools, starting with the Kirege Primary School at some place called Chuka in Tharaka Nithi County, Alliance High School between 1974 and 1977, Meru High School 1978 and 9, the University of Nairobi between 1980 and 84, the Kenya School of Law in 1984-85, clearing on the 31st of July 1985. On academics, thereafter I went to work at the Attorney General's chambers. I did 17 years and 65 days at the Attorney General's chambers. Rising from State Council 2, we started as a legal assistants, but activated so that we also got the title of State Council, which appeared like it was privileged. So in 2002, I left the AG's chambers and I went to buy for a place, member for Nithi, which was unsuccessful. In 2003, very early 2003, when the whole country was in a very celebratory mood, I came back to Nairobi, very empty-handed, and I started a small practice, about 100 meters from where we are seated, and lasted 11 months. In November, 23rd of November that year, I joined the Teacher Service Commission as the senior principal legal officer, and lasted 5 years and 40 days. On that, 70 days. On the 70th day, I was issued with a letter of retirement on public interest, and I made a departure to my home at Ongata Rongai. We started the practice at Ongata Rongai this time, which lasted 3 years, and in that 3 years, we also combined it with teaching in 2012 at the African Nazarene University. In that time, my days at the TSC, I had also done my master's program at the University of Nairobi, LLM, and earlier on, I had done a diploma in theology through the Presbyterian University of East Africa, or the Presbyterian College then. And that is who I am in terms of academics, and in terms of history of work. On the 12th of December, not December, but July, I was appointed a judge of the Employment and Labor Relations Court, which place I sit to date. Thank you. Good chair.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Your Honor, why do you feel that you are the best qualified candidate to be our next CJ?
One, I know myself. I know my abilities, and they have been tested. Right from the day one, work-wise, at Sharia House, the Department of the Registrar General, on from the 1st of August 1985 to January 1987, 1.5 years, I was a celebrity at Sharia House in terms of performance, in terms of meeting the requirements and the happiness of the people of Kenya. And when I was transferred to Nyeri in January 1985, there was like a riot on the corridors of the third floor, the public trustee. When you send him away, who will serve our interests? Who will serve us in this scale? Throughout my career, nearly 8 years, come back to Nairobi in 1974, the same assignment, did another 8 years. The Teacher Service Commission, the judiciary, it is shiny. It is shiny, and anybody who walks around me can testify to that extent. That and my other abilities makes me the most suitable candidate for this kind of adventurous assignment, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. That question is, as you know, Judge, leadership is key to the transformation of institutions. So I want you to tell the Commission specific achievements, that can be attributed to your leadership in your career.
I have not sat in a big office like you had. I sat in Sharia House 1.5 years. I sat in Nyeri 8 years in the Department of the Registrar General and later Administrator General. I came back to Nairobi in 1994, did another 8 years, left, went to some private practice of some kind. I went to the Teacher Service Commission. Look at my track record. The best I could have done in that circumstances is head a station in Nyeri, head a division in the Teacher Service Commission, teach at the African Nazarene University, manage myself at, in my various fora of private practice. And the success story in that, you cannot succeed if you are not very organized, if you are not very focused. My hallmark is that one, is a good leadership. I put that very, very clearly in my self-assessment, and all those attributes which you find in my self-assessment tell you that I am good to go. I am very, very good material for this kind of assignment. 2, daring is my other name. There is nothing which shakes me. This office requires a very, very daring person. A person who doesn't antagonize anybody, but will be able to work with anybody and resist anybody who comes in to fool around with the office and the entire establishment, the judiciary as such. So we have qualities, personal attributes, which very much tell the story of our abilities, our performance, our leadership strategies, our leadership abilities, etc., etc. We are saying that we are capable, we are able, we can organize this team called the judiciary to excellence in several senses of the word.
Thank you, Your Honor. My last question is, I'm sure you must have thought about your vision for judiciary when you applied for the job. So what is that vision, Judge?
I am a result-oriented leader. What ails the judiciary from the onset is a backlog of cases. I have a history where I don't live with backlog. I have a history where I was able to do 47 judgments and rulings in a month, in December 2017. I would sell this to everybody else who works in the judiciary, both the judicial officers and our other staff, so that we are able to transform to workers and people who have the interests of the country at heart, and be able to clear this backlog in the next 1095 and 3/4 days. And that is doable if everybody looked at himself as a Kenyan, looked at the issues Kenyans have, and wanted to address them. That is very, very doable in the next 3 years, and I would do that. If I am not able to do that in the third year, I'll be able to take account and say we failed, and answer to Kenya and to my people in the judiciary, and tell them we have failed because of A, B, C, D, and E. And in the case, I would even see the developments in the course of time, and work on those developments. The issue of failure, the issue of inadequacies, and clear those, so that in 3 years, Kenya would be free. And you bring your matter in 365 days, you have the matter cleared. We release everybody to go and do their things. How would we be able to do this? Capture two main stakeholders. One is the workers, the staff of the judiciary. And when you do that and motivate them, make them happy, they were awarded tea and water by the Chief Justice Emeritus, Chief Justice Mutunga. Give them a ban or two, motivate them, work with them. I work with everybody from a standpoint of equality. Sit with these people, whatever their status, whatever their rank. Teach them, consult them, work with them. This is doable, and I'll repeat that 1,000 times. It is doable, and I'm capable of doing it. The other stakeholder is the people of Kenya, and the people of Kenya must also be pleased and made to join us in the struggle to clear our effects. A backlog is not a causative of the judiciary alone. We have our other stakeholders. There is the Law Society of Kenya. Is the people of Kenya, which is the mainstay of the litigants. What you do is capture the people of Kenya as a second stakeholder. Please them, work such that everybody who comes to court leaves with a smile. And I've achieved that. I see it even in this time of Teams. Over the screen, everybody who leaves my court leaves happy. If you sell this to the people, to the workers of the judiciary, and every Kenyan came here and left happy every time they come for their issues in court or out of court, Kenya will just join us, fundraise for us, and we will have all the facilities we ever wanted. We will be a success story. Every other person across the globe would fundraise with us, and we'll be there, good to go. A judiciary which is funded, a judiciary which is doing its best, a judiciary which everybody comes to benchmark, a judiciary which is a success story, and that is it. All rid of backlog. 360 days, and there you are, your matter is finalized.
Thank you, Honorable Judge. You have talked very well and very ably about your strategy for backlog, resolving the issue of backlog. What else in terms of vision? So backlog is one. At least there is one or two other things that you would focus on.
Backlog and technology have to work together. We would have to invest on technology, invest on manpower in that sector, invest on the devices, the materials which are required in technology, so that we are able to advance in that area. We can never go back to the past. To a large degree, I think COVID-19 is a blessing in disguise. We are so advanced now. We cannot go back. So build on that. Equip this place technologically. You liaise with people like the Ministry of ICT, the ICT Secretary. You liaise with other experts in that area, the CCK, other stakeholders who are in the private sector, and they come up with a well-built ICT sector. This now assists you to get through with the issues of a backlog and other functional essentials of the judiciary. 2, staff, the staffing of the judiciary. I am not sure that we have adequate staffing in this sector. Those are areas that we may have to look at and make sure that we have adequate staff to be able to implement our programs with people who are able, people who are available, people who are willing. The issue of judges is also another very serious factor. Look at this. We are expecting to do excellent, groundbreaking jurisprudence. But you cannot do groundbreaking jurisprudence when you have 30 matters to do, not even 30, 30 is on the lower side, it's 40, 50 matters, judgments and rulings to do within 60 days. So we require additional staff. And that reminds me of the issue of the 41 judges who are still to come here. These ones should be here by like yesterday. We do not have them. What have we done about that? We've gone to court, we've gone blah blah, etc, etc, we talk about it, we shout about it, that kind of thing. I have the background of labor relations and employment, and the backgrounds of family law and succession. These are not areas where we must run to court over our issues. We talk and